Well, hello to everybody out there in this great big world. This is your brother Dana coming to you from the city of Chicago. I wanted to share something with you. A few weeks ago, just right by my house, I was pulled over. And if you're not aware, I live on the west side of Chicago, which is predominantly me looking like a fly in a glass of milk. And so being pulled over is not uncommon in my life because I'm a white guy in an all-black community, or I was a white guy that had black individuals in my car driving somewhere. So I was accustomed to being pulled over. But something happened the other night, and I just want to share just how deep the system, and I'm calling again the system, not necessarily a cop or cops, but a system that has created what it has created. When they pulled me over, one of the things he said is that my front license plate was missing. And I was like, automatically, right? Oh, yep, I know it did. Here, it's right behind my seat. And at that moment, not even thinking what would be wrong for me to reach behind the seat to get my front license plate that had literally fallen off when I pulled out of the garage. And I heard him say, he's reaching behind his seat. He's reaching behind his seat. He's reaching behind his seat. And then I said, you know what? It's back there. I can't get it. I would not be alive today if I was a brother. Because the system would not grant somebody that many chances or opportunities to. But when I heard him saying that, I was like, well, I wanted to show to him that I wasn't wrong. Here it is. Just like you, my black brothers and sisters, that's all you want to do is show you, look, I'm not wrong. Here it is. But you've never been given the opportunities like I do because I'm white. And that is the depth, the extreme depth of this beast that we're dealing with, which is white supremacy. It is a beast because it has infiltrated not only the political realm, it has infiltrated the religious Christian realm. It has infiltrated every single thing of itself, including its wicked past. That's why it's so ingrained. And that's why there will only be just a handful of us Gentiles. But see, I also need to say this. It's not the color of your skin in this arena of whom the Most High Yah has called, but it is those who have a heart to love his chosen people. So if you're a person of color and you degrade your own people and you lie against them for your own profit and gain in this system, then you too are a Gentile. You too will face the consequences of what's about to come. Wow. Because as those of you who are journeying with me, it becomes more and more clear that Esau is still at work through us, that majority of us have the white colored skin, but yet his spirit and who he dwells in is also goes beyond just the skin color. But in us, it manifests itself as white supremacy. Because we have determined, like Esau did when he was out in that field, not as the Christian church talks about, harvesting, and he was the good man. And then the church taught us that Jacob was the bad man. But I always began to question, like, well, but wait a minute. Why is Jacob the bad man? Jacob didn't do nothing. Esau said, take it. I don't care about this birthright. Take it. See how it's ingrained even in the Christian church to make Jacob look like the bad man that stole Esau's birthright, when the reality is Esau freely gave up his birthright. And who's the wicked person was Esau's change of his oath, of his deal, of his commitment. And he'll protect his empire at all cost. And that then goes why it's deeper that you question, you, my Hebrew or people of color, here these individuals that were going up and destroying the Capitol weren't worrying about the Blue Lives Matter. Because see, at that point, those blue lives are like me, an enemy to the beast, an enemy to the spirit of Esau continuing to conquer and to maintain its kingdom. And that is why it's so ingrained. And that is why when I get pulled over, they have no desire. Why do you think they have no desire to harm me? Because in some point they pat me on the back and say, good job, you can maybe convert some of these savages. After they find out that I'm not the drug person. But I always ask them this question too. So if the stereotype is that I, as a white man in this neighborhood, is buying drugs, then why is Cook County Jail still 98% black? Where are all of us white folk? Because the system was not to put ourselves out. Its system was to repair us and to do everything possible, because we have to conquer. And so if I'm living in a black community, then maybe this is a good person that is in here to change. But when they see the change becoming where I'm advocating or standing up for their rights, see, then I am the hindrance of the beast. My family turns their back because I have turned back, ultimately, the white supremacy. And so now I become an enemy of the beast. When I turn my back on Christianity because of the truth of not even that you were Hebrews, but that you were mistreated by us, I turned my back and I exposed the wickedness that lies within the Catholicism to every single branch of Christianity that comes off from it, including what they would say about the Book of Mormon. They lied on everything, the Apocrypha, everything that would speak the truth. That the seed of Jacob, our black brothers and sisters who we have enslaved, the dry bones are now coming together because the breath of the Most High Yah is revealing to who they are, and he's raising them up. And white supremacy the natural minds don't understand. They see it only against the flesh and the blood. But those of us who are in this truth, especially us Gentiles and all of us, we see what's happening. The lies of our forefathers. The deception in that prophet that is now going to be of no gain. We have recognized that lie and been willing to now embrace the truth and denounce this white supremacy that is in us. And then, yes, walk it out so that it gets out of us, because it is so ingrained to the point where I can reach behind my car seat and be warned on camera. He's reaching. He's reaching. He's reaching. I'm living, I'm breathing, and I was released. It's because of the system. It's been indoctrinated in all of us. Education system, political system, the religious system. But to those of us who have an ear to hear and an eye to see, and seek after the Most High Yah, and seek after all truth, all of this begins to unfold. And then we put our rest, we get our peace and our understanding from that, and not what we see. But what we do see prepares us for what is about to come, which all of those that do not see what we see and are not going where we are going, they will miss it. And it boils down to recognizing the full gospel, the complete gospel, and the complete truth of all of who the true chosen people of the Most High Yah are. And in proving that, it then proves the enemy. And the enemy of it all is the white supremacy, the beast of white supremacy in Catholicism, all mixed together, which is the final blow between Esau and Jacob, where you, the seed of Jacob, and those of us who cling to you, will be that remnant that will make it through. All of that out of a stop. But the Most High Yah speaks to us in lots of things, and we need to talk to him more and more. All right, this is your brother Dana. Shalom.